Good morning. Sorry, I wanted to quickly, this happened so quickly. It's 8:31. I'm just trading the 15-minute time frame, and I wanted to capture this live trade. So this is pound Aussie. I'm doing this on the ForexLive platform as well. This is pound Aussie on the M15-minute or 15-minute time frame, and there's just this really nice cyclical behavior. So I quite like the look of this. I'm going to take this as a live trade, and what I'm doing as well is, you can just see here I've employed from a previous video. These are the heat maps, indicators that can be used. I don't really use this one at the bottom. I put it on so that I could show it to you, but I really like this one on the left hand side. It's fantastic. It's just a great little indicator to draw me to where the strongest trends are. So this price action behavior is really good. There is a clear level of support at this point, at this level here. So I'm just going to change the color of that, and just I think I'm going to leave it a little bit thicker. So there we go. So nice level of support here. So price has obviously now started to trend up, and a really nice little bit of, I would have preferred a candlestick this size, but this is the one that I've ultimately chosen to enter on with my stop loss below the low, and I've just been triggered in. And let me just show you the, was it the 1 hour? The 1 hour has also got some good turns. The 4 hour looks good here as well. So this looks pretty good. We've broken this downtrend. There was a bit of a downtrend here as well. We've broken that. We do have a downtrend on the daily. I'm aware of that. We also do have bullish divergence. So price is starting to become a little bit overextended on, say, the weekly time frame. And you can see the candlesticks getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And we've currently got a bit of a bullish candle here off a historical level of support. So in a way, although I'm trading against the daily trend, which is down, there is a semi-decent, reasonable expectation that price is going to do a retracement up, and this is potentially the place it's going to do it, because we've got a swing low here. So we've basically got that rejection. You can see price tested the level here, 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 and here. So basically it's putting the brakes on, starting to look bullish, and now we've broken that 4 hour downtrend and we've started to head up. So it's very premature, but actually what caught my attention was the 15-minute time frame in isolation, and by looking up the time frames, it's a little bit so it's a little bit, like I said, it's premature, and there's a rational risk that I can see on the higher time frame, but there's also evidence to support the idea that this is going to at least be this, that there is also a potential trade here. So I'm also going to take off profit at 1-to-1. I'll go see what my levels are, and then I'll put them in at 1-to-1, and then I'm looking for a 3-to-1 trade effectively. We'll see. I might trail my stop loss up behind as well, but yeah, so just looking for 1-to-1 to take partial profits off, and then update, and then ultimately a 3-to-1 target. So I'm going to pause the recording, and then let's just see where we are in about 45 minutes. Just a very brief update. So I've adjusted the highs and lows of this to my actual entry and stop loss, and I've put in my first 1-to-1 target and my 2-to-1 target here, and you can just see price encountering some temporary support resistance, attempting to break through here. The price action here is bullish. It's a little bit of a breakout pattern, and as we speak now, it's trying to break out through. So I'll relax when I hit my, when I cross over this level, and my portion of my trade then closes out. All right, cool. Let's pause and come back. Right, so just having another look here, it's now 12:27, and price has gone on, has hit first target, found some nice support there actually. Nice round number, 1.8 being the round number there, and taken on and hit second target. And overall, what I do want to comment on here is that this price action looks really stable. Very, very, very stable, meaning sustainable. Looks pretty good. Let's see what it looks like on the 30 minutes. Okay, now it's looking a little bit overextended. 1 hour, definitely overextended. So I've taken some profit off the table. I think it's prudent to expect this might not make it to 3-to-1. It might not. But at any rate, looking good so far, and I'm in the money. So happy there so far. All right, so it's now almost 2:45, so this candle will close in about 3 minutes time, and I quite like this. We were due for a retracement if I have a look at the, say, the 30 minutes or the 1 hour. So we were due for a retracement there. this is a good place for it to do it. It's cool. 30-minute looks really good. I like the fact that we also have a bullish candle here. So if this closes as a bullish candle and then price breaks through, that's even better. That's even more of a reinforcement for me. And so far, if we do close as a bullish candle, which is a possibility, and then price follows through, then I think there's a realistic possibility that I might get my 3-to-1 on this trade. So yeah, that's really it. At any rate, what I am going to do is that if this ends up being a swing low, then I'm going to move my stop loss to underneath this swing low over there effectively, and just lock in some profits. Although I've taken profits, I'm going to, ideally I want to find a nice higher low here and then move up my stop loss below that. So only because the trade is still going, I'm basically just going to keep recording this until it's done. Okay, so this is now 6:10 in the evening, and all I wanted to add in here is a bit of commentary on patience. So when you hear that, you know, trading requires discipline, my personal take on that is that discipline is required in the beginning because we don't really know why we're doing stuff. So we basically have to refrain from becoming emotional and then just kind of losing sight of things. But once we know why we're taking trades, what the market conditions are, where we get in, where we get out, how we're going to manage the trade, once we plan that and then we just put it into action, and we've taken into account what the possible outcomes are, which is what I'm trying to demonstrate in all these live trades, then the discipline is not a factor because we actually understand it. Kind of like if you're you know, if you educate yourself on kind of good foods to eat, I guess, in terms of maybe a healthy diet to lose weight or get in shape, then you understand the different nutritions and the different purposes of the different foods, then all of a sudden why you eat certain things or skip certain things or focus on protein, for example, starts to make sense. It's the same in trading. So I just want to demonstrate that at this point, it is easy to become impatient. The market has kind of gone very close to my target, and I'm actually more curious than anything else. I want to see if we actually hit that, and we've still maintained higher lows, and the current candle is trying, but there is obviously evidence to support the idea that in this area there's not enough buyers or there are some sellers in, but the market does seem to want to try. If it comes out now, I'm still in the money, and the trade management is perfect. I have no issues with that. And if it hits my target, I think I'm going to wrap it up for the purposes of this video. But I'm just talking you through what happens in this moment can happen if we get impatient. And there's no reason why, because I took the trade because there was a valid reason to take the trade. Now I just have to see if it plays out or not. Okay, so there we go. Success, patience, 7:30 in the evening, paid off, crossed the line, closed out the trade, and has kind of hit it for the day. So that's a nice 3-to-1 that we started, well, that I started taking this morning. Holy cow, is that 8:15? Yeah, 8:15, and there we go. So finally closed that out. You can see a little bit of bearish divergence coming in on the indicator, just saying that it's a little bit on the weak side. Looking at it on the 30-minute looks okay, 1 hour looks okay, 4 hour looks okay. Daily has produced a really strong bullish candle. So there we go. Overall, I'm happy with the trade management, and that's wrapped up in a nice trade for the day. Overall, based obviously again purely on technicals.